All right, everyone. Welcome to Rhythm and Roads. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest today. We have award-winning director and producer Zac Cornfield. He's directed Eating History and Moving Arts, and I met him back in Albuquerque at the Mindfield Film Festival. So it's a pleasure meeting him and having him on the episode today. Welcome, Zac.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. And I just want to say, wow, just after seeing your films. Incredible work, man. I mean, you probably get this all the time, but yeah, just your directing skills, the eye that you see, the vision, it's just really good stuff.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I really appreciate that.
No, yeah, no problem, man. I'm always curious about the filmmaker's journey, just how they started, what inspired them. Of course, it's not always an easy road. But if you'd like to go ahead and share your story of what inspired you to become a filmmaker, and then just kind of we go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, gosh, I've wanted to, make movies and TV shows and be a filmmaker since I was a kid. I think I got my first, little handheld camcorder when I was probably 12 or 13.
Oh, okay.
Started movies with my friends back then, and now I'm lucky enough to be able to do it on a scale that I couldn't have dreamed of back then.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a process getting to this point. Um, I went to film school for about a year at the
Okay.
University of New Mexico, and I ended up dropping out actually.
Oh, you
I
did.
had the
Wow.
opportunity to work on a television pilot that went nowhere. But I did make some good connections on that, and honestly, the whole thing with the film industry is it's really who you know is the most important thing, right?
Is that true?
So-
Wow.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Um, it's like you can be the most talented filmmaker in the world, but if you don't know anybody who's going to help support you, you're not going to do anything or go
Wow.
anywhere.
That's a
And it's
trip.
really unfortunate, but it's the case, and I think it's kind of the case in a lot of things in the world. I think a lot of success and opportunities come from who you know.
Mm.
And so that's why networking is such an important thing. But anyways,
Yeah.
I met someone on that who is he's actually my director of photography these days. His name is Dwight Harrison.
Okay.
Um, he got me a job working with him on Better Call Saul season 6 back when that was filming.
Oh, very cool.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he was the location scout for that, and I got a job as a locations PA. I did that for a few episodes, and then I
Oh,
started
wow.
location scouting for another TV show called The Cleaning Lady, which is a Fox production.
Okay.
So I finished out the first season of that, and then I came back and I actually scouted for the final 2 episodes of Better Call Saul,
Oh,
like
wow.
the series finale and the one before that.
Yeah.
And did location stuff for a little while, which honestly was a very valuable time for me just because as a location scout, your job is to get the script and go find, these places for the company to shoot at, right?
Right, right.
And as part of that, you get to work very intimately with the directors and producers and production designers and all of the people who are making decisions on a set.
Wow.
Um,
That's
and
cool.
so I get to, tour them through all these different places, talk to them, pick their brains about, filmmaking and things like that. And that was an immensely valuable experience for me.
No, I bet. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and Dwight and I we started doing some, smaller little projects on the side. Um, I don't know if you remember, but a few years back there was like there was a meme going around that was it was like, "Would you still love me if I was a worm?" Do you remember that, or did you ever see that?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, maybe it was more of a my generation thing, but
Okay.
so Dwight and I made a fake movie trailer for a movie about a guy whose girlfriend gets turned into a worm, and it makes their relationship better, and he actually marries her. Um,
That's cute.
and the funny thing is, Michael Campbell, who is the executive producer of docufilms, he's the executive producer of Eating History, Moving Arts.
Okay.
Um, all these films that we've been able to do. He saw that and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to these guys about helping me, make my documentaries a little bit more cinematic." And it's just funny that like we make documentaries that are relatively serious,
Yeah.
and tackle sometimes harder subjects. But the foundation of that was like almost a joke film that we made.
That's interesting. Wow. Okay. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. And so,
yeah.
yeah, Michael brought us on to help out with a short documentary that was for the Food Depot, which is like a Santa Fe-based food bank, but they serve all of northern New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
And we had some pretty good success with that one. We won a Rocky Mountain Emmy,
Oh,
and that
really
just kind of
good.
opened up some doors to continue doing stuff from there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I want to get to the when you mentioned about Better Call Saul. Like
Yeah.
just seeing the film being shot, or yeah, the film itself. I mean, what was your thoughts of just being there on set, for knowing how big Breaking Bad was, and then you're part of that,
Yeah,
series.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing is, as a location scout, I was almost never on set.
Oh, you
Uh,
weren't?
uh,
Oh, no way.
no, I was always working, beforehand, right? So it's like
Okay.
in TV, the way that it works is, you're shooting these episodes back to back, right? You're on a tight timeline.
Yeah.
Something like Better Call Saul is a lot longer in terms of episodes than, say, The Cleaning Lady, which was a Fox Network television production. So Better Call
Okay.
Saul, I want to say we were on 2 to 3 week episodes, whereas on Cleaning Lady, we're on 8 day episodes.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
every 2 to 3 weeks or every 8 days, you're filming the entirety of one episode. And while that's
Wow.
happening, the next episode is being prepped for. So, say for Better Call Saul, while they were shooting episode 611, I was out there, with I think Peter Gould was the director on that one. I was out there with Peter, going to these different places, showing him locations. They're
Wow.
doing all this other prep work. They're building sets. They're doing all these things to make the show look like the show.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's all happening at the same time as shooting. So there's kind of two things and two worlds sort of happening at all times on a television
Yeah.
production.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know how that usually works with the television, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a hectic one for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Well, it's very interesting from how you dropped out from UNM, right? And then you go to this field of just where you're at. It's just incredible. Like, wow, and I mean, I went to New Mexico State University for a little bit to study film, and yeah, I didn't go. I didn't finish, but I mean, I moved to near California, hopefully to be working with my brother soon, which you met my brother with A Brief
Mhm.
Silence. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so we'll see what happens in the future. But thank you for sharing the journey of the start. I mean, that's an awesome story. Just anything right now you want to say before we jump into the next chapter of your story, of just for those that are wanting to pursue film, but maybe they have dropped out of film school, maybe they're wanting to pursue it, but like you mentioned in the beginning, it's really about networking. So,
It's about networking and it's about doing the thing. I mean, here's the thing is like nobody is going to give you opportunities as a director or as a producer or as a cinematographer or whatever it is you want to do unless you're doing it, right?
mm,
Um, if you want to be a director, go direct stuff. It can
mm,
be your own stuff, it could be a music video for your friends, it can be whatever. But make a project. If
mm.
you want to do the thing, then do it.
Cool. Yeah, well said, man. Now, with your first film, what was your first project that you did?
Um, oh gosh. I mean, when when do we want to
Well,
where where
I
are we
guess like
drawing
your
the line here?
well, I mean, I don't know how many you've done, but like maybe a film that did really good that you're proud of to say, hey, this was my first, I mean,
I mean, my first documentary was called Movement. That was the one that we did for the food bank, based out of Santa Fe, the Food Depot.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, so that was kind of my first project where I had a budget, you know.
Oh, okay.
Before that, I was doing short films that I funded myself or music videos for my friends that, we threw a couple $100 into for props or whatever. But
Props. Yeah.
yeah, it was that was definitely like the first, you know, got a whole crew together. We shot for 5 days straight up in Santa Fe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was the
Wow.
first one.
Nice. And then from there, how did you get started with eating history?
So, let's see. When we shot Movement, it was kind of during a little break in the larger film industry. At that point, I was still working on these larger productions.
Okay.
I think that we actually shot that during the writer's strike, if I am remembering correctly. And so there wasn't like these other things happening. There wasn't these other opportunities. And so it was, it was good and it was fun to be able to, get all these crew members that weren't working and do something at least for a week, you know?
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
and after that, we all went full force back into the industry when the writer's strike ended. I went back to cleaning lady at that point. I think we were on season 3, I
Okay.
want to say. And I ended up leaving that partway through the season to go location manage a movie called Miss You Love You that hasn't been released yet.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I think I had just finished up Miss You Love You, and I was back on Cleaning Lady when I got a call from our executive producer, Michael, and he said, "Hey, I just got a call from the New Mexico Museum Foundation. I think the gentleman who called him originally is Michael Knight, who's like one of the board members there. Um, and they were talking to us about how they're doing this 3-year slate of exhibitions at the New Mexico History Museum about the history of New Mexican food. And they were just
Wow.
kind of looking for a little companion piece documentary to go along with that, right?
Right.
They were thinking, something like 30-ish minutes, something small. Um, and as we said yes to the project and we did about 3, 4 months of research and Zoom
Wow.
interviews with all these different people, just trying to, really wrap our heads around the story before we went full force into it, and also casting, all of our characters in the film. Um, excuse me. So, fast forward, I think I want to say I got the initial call in April. We had our first day of shooting in July.
Okay.
So, fast forward to July. One thing about eating history that you know, made it take a little bit longer was it's always hard to schedule, right? It's hard getting people to agree to certain dates and making
Yeah.
everything work, but it's even harder to schedule when you're also trying to rely on Mother Nature.
Oh,
One thing about what we were doing is, you know, we're going to all these different farms, we're talking to all these different people, and they're all growing different stuff, and they're in different areas of the state, right? So they have different
right.
growing seasons and different times when their fields are ready. Um, and so we shot 13 days over the course of about 2 months because we were, going to different places at different times when things were, ready to be shot.
Yeah.
Um, and that took us all over the state. We were up near Shiprock, we were at Chiamarillo, we went to Artesia, we were in
Wow.
um, oh gosh, where else were we? We were down in Hatch and that area there. We
Yeah.
were all over the state. And that was a lot of fun. It
No,
was a
I
really good
bet. Yeah.
opportunity to, see a lot of sides of the place where I'm from that I'd never seen before.
Yeah. I mean, just explore so much of New Mexico because the majority of it was filmed in New Mexico, right?
It was all filmed in New Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's awesome that you pretty much took a tour to where you were, born and raised just throughout the state. So that's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. And I got to connect to a lot of things that I didn't really think about, growing up here
Yeah.
before. And it was a good time. It was cool. Cool
Yeah.
opportunity.
I bet. I love New Mexico, man. I mean, just the culture, the history, especially Rio Doso. That's one of my favorite spots to go. Is Rio Doso, New
Oh
Mexico.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, we're also kind of the only state that has its own cuisine, right? Like you don't
I believe
go and
so.
have,
Yeah.
Californian food or Arizonian food or
Oh, that's yeah. That's true.
um
Yeah.
and there's some exceptions, I guess, and some localities that have, their own flavors, but I would say
Yeah.
that we're the only state that has, a food that's tied to our identity.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Texas has one. I don't know if it's barbecue, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, Texas is always known for like great barbecue, or
Yeah,
Whataburger.
yeah, or Tex-Mex maybe, but
Or that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
But it's really true. Yeah. New Mexico does have a lot more than other states. And that's what I love about it because I'm a huge chili guy, green and red and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the process of making eating history, how long did it take to from beginning to the end of I guess everything?
Well, we had our initial discussions in April, and we premiered it in the beginning of November of the same year. So it
Oh,
was a
the
good,
same year. That's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good. For those that want to see eating history, where is it available?
It's available on PBS actually. So I think, you can get the PBS app on whatever you use to, stream, and it's available
Yeah.
to stream for free.
Oh, it
Uh,
is. Cool.
yeah,
Okay. And now moving on to moving arts. I
yeah,
mean, both
yeah.
films are great, man. I mean, I was just blown away by just the story, especially eating history, just how you got the foods and everything that looks so amazing on picture. Just everything that you did, it was just wow. And of course,
Yeah,
just
well, I mean,
yeah.
we brought in we did a half day of shooting with some food stylists. And so
Oh, is that right? Okay.
we were I think we went to Abuelita's New Mexican. We went back there.
Oh,
We had,
cool.
Ruby and Kevin make a bunch of dishes for us and work with our food stylists to, plate them and make them look beautiful. And then,
Wow.
there's all kinds of little tricks that those guys are using. Like a lot of the steam that you see in those shots is actually like little bits of incense that are like hidden in the food.
Hey, that's pretty I like that. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, lots of stuff like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun. It was
That's interesting.
yeah, a new side of shooting that I hadn't done before. But I think, we got some really good stuff out of it.
Well, everyone on the crew and those that helped doing that did a fantastic job. So yeah, kudos to you guys and everyone who did that.
Yeah, yeah, I was very, and I am very lucky to, work with the people that I work with. They're all very
Oh
fun.
yeah. Yeah. And moving arts was definitely a touching story as well. I mean, just the how you did that was just like mind blowing, man. Just the way they danced and you caught features of just how they were doing those dances were just awesome, dude. So
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
yeah. How did you get started on that?
So we were in the edit room for Eating History.
Okay.
This was probably around September or so when again Michael called me. He said, there's this organization, Moving Arts. Um, I think they would, benefit from a film from us. And there was a bit of a call to action as well in that, they unfortunately are having to move from, what's been their home for 16 plus years. And so they're trying to find this new space, and that felt like a good opportunity to tell their story, right?
Right.
Uh, so we started out with some like preliminary scouts in September and October. All the while we're still in post-production for Eating History. It was kind of a
Wow.
hectic time.
That is,
Um, and I think we started shooting towards the beginning of November as well. Like I remember gosh, I'm trying to remember exactly the order of events, but I think, we premiered Eating History and we shot Moving Arts all within a couple weeks of each other. Um,
wow.
and then yeah, yeah, and then we kind of hung around with Moving Arts for a while. We shot our last days later in December, just because we wanted to catch like some of their performances and things like that.
Okay.
And cut that all together, and that was ready to go by March. Although we didn't premiere it until July, or at least, the larger premiere, the Lensic.
Okay. Well, that film, I mean, did it take about 6 months? How long did it take to finish from beginning to end? Because I think that was probably a lot more work to do than it was eating history, right?
Um,
Or about the same.
It's hard to say. I think Moving Arts there was a little bit more put into it, but it was a little bit more
Yeah.
intentional from the beginning.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
One thing that I kind of wanted to do was make it not your typical documentary. I feel like Moving Arts is such a powerful creative organization that they
Yeah.
needed something, extra creative and a little bit more special to kind of match their vibe, right?
Yeah. No, yeah.
And so that's why if you watch the documentary Moving Arts, we have a 6.5 minute short film in there, in the middle that's, based off of a theatrical piece that the two actors that are portrayed in the film, Aaron and Esta, I can't remember their last names off the top of my head, but they created and performed, and we had a 3.5 minute music video dance sequence in there as well, performed by a beautiful dancer, Tampovi Martinez, who grew up in the Moving Arts program.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, and so it was like it was a little bit more intentional in that like we knew kind of how it was going to fit together.
Yeah.
Whereas Eating History had no idea really how it was all going to come together. I knew that I kind of wanted to tell the story chronologically, and that I wanted to, build from, these ancient times and these like ancient traditions into the modern and follow that path. But
Right.
uh, Moving Arts was definitely a little bit more intentional in that I had a good idea of how it was going to come together from the beginning.
Well, I remember that with the short film that those two actors did. That was really,
Hmm.
yeah, that was an interesting, clever experience to have in a documentary. I was just like, wow, that's different. I'd never seen that. So yeah, great. That was great putting that into it because I've never seen a documentary film then have a little short film involved in the same thing I'm watching. It's like that's cool. It was a great one
Yeah.
too. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was fun, being able to kind of switch a little bit like from our normal routine and because the way
Yeah.
you film a documentary and the way that you film an actual film are totally different.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
and so it was fun, being able to kind of like flip the switch one day and
Yeah.
all of our crew is doing this other thing. And another part of shooting that short film that was really special was the whole thing with Moving Arts is they're all about mentorship and creativity and all of those
Mhm.
things, right? And so
Right.
sticking with those themes, we actually brought in a lot of Moving Arts students to shadow, a lot of our crew members. So we had,
Wow. That's
I
good.
myself had a shadow, Chelsea. We had our producers had shadows, our director of photography, our gaffer, our props people.
Wow.
And so the students from Moving Arts were able to get a taste of a little bit more what it's like to be on a real set,
No, that's
and
awesome,
see how
man.
that
Yeah.
runs.
Yeah.
That was a fun part of it as well.
No, I bet. And I'm glad that you did that and involving those around to get some experience and being on set and helping out. And so that's good. That way they can at least hold on to that and say, hey, I helped on Zach's projects. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's actually funny. Gosh, a few months back, I was sent something from them, but they kind of made their own little documentary,
No, they
and so it was
did.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing them, be inspired to do that.
That's cool, man. See, you already started a journey of a path for them to you're being an inspiration to them to start something. So
Yeah, that's all we can do.
yeah, man. Well, congrats on both films winning awards. So that's awesome for the eating
Yeah, thank
history
you.
and
Actually,
moving
Moving
arts.
Arts just want to send me on Saturday.
Wait, say that
We
again?
won a Rocky Mountain Emmy for we just won a Rocky Mountain Emmy for moving arts on
Oh, you
Saturday.
did. Oh,
Uh,
wow. Congrats.
yeah, we I think
That's
we won
awesome.
for social impact documentary.
Awesome, man. Congrats on that. To you and the
Thank
team
you.
as well. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And for them to want to watch Moving Arts, how can they see that? Is it available?
I think it's available to watch on our website, docufilms.org. And you can find, all of our work there in one
Okay.
place.
Okay. And before we end on this episode, I do want to get to know what's your next project that you are working on.
So, I'm actually right now, we don't really have any documentaries cooking until, next year. Spring,
Okay.
summer is kind of when we're going to pick up again. So I've been taking this time right now to do some of my own stuff.
Oh, cool.
I
Nice.
have a short film that I wrote and that we shot about a week and a half ago out at the Bisty Badlands. That was really beautiful.
Oh,
I
I
don't know if you're
bet.
familiar, but like amazing rock formations, really, really spectacular place. So, yeah, just kind of been working on my own things a little bit, doing a lot of writing and trying to shoot some stuff and see what happens, because it
All right, man.
worked out pretty well last time.
Well, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's good. Now, is your direction always wanting to do, which is not bad, but documentaries focus a lot more on that, or you down the road you want to gear toward feature films and short films without it being a documentary?
Yeah, I mean, my ultimate goal is probably more in the feature film and really I'd like to have my own TV show.
Oh, okay,
That's
cool,
kind of
man.
where I see myself headed. But no matter what, docufilms is something that is so like near and dear to my heart and so special, and the impact
Yeah,
that we have with it is so profound that I don't ever see myself fully stepping away from it. I think
that's good,
that no
man.
matter what, I'm always going to try and do at least one docufilms project a year.
Hey, that's good. Yeah. And I wish you the best on your future work as well for the documentary films and feature films. So
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
you're
Yeah, and people
welcome.
can see, more of my work outside of documentary stuff, as far as music videos and commercials and short films and all of that at my website, which is zachcornfield.com.
Awesome. That's what I was gonna say is how can they follow you on social media now that you mentioned the
Yeah, it's
website?
all it's all on my website, zachcornfield.com.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Zach, it's been such a pleasure to have you on Rhythm and Roads, sharing your journey. And it's just a pleasure to meet you real quick too at the film festival. I know it was really a lot going on, but at least I got you
Yeah,
to,
it was
s-
hectic, but yeah, it was nice to meet you and your brother as well. And thank you
yeah,
for having me.
no, yeah. Even I mean, I got to say, you after your films were shown, yeah, my brother and I were just like, wow, it's like incredible. That was just we were just awestruck, inspired just by the way it was shot, done, and it was good, man. It inspired us as
That's awesome.
filmmakers as well. So yeah,
That's all I can hope for.
yeah, man. Well, thank you so much, Zach, for coming on. It's been such a pleasure. And guys, if you'd like to come on and
Yeah,
share your story on Rhythm and Roads, just follow me on Instagram, Joshua Jacob Official. You can send me a message. Come on and share your testimony, your journey as well, because I believe every story matters and your story matters. You have a purpose. There's a light of inspiration in you to inspire others that are going through something. And who knows, your story can spark that for them to go out and start a new journey for them. So. Well, thank you so much, Zach. It's been such a pleasure. And guys, we will catch you on the next
thanks.
episode.